Hello friends, this is Sachin and I'm an English teacher. I've been tutoring students for the past 1 decade or so, and for the past 5 years I've been focusing specifically upon the students who have been trying to go abroad by clearing the IELTS examination. See, my exposure to the English language began in my early childhood when we were told to converse in English, because the place where I come from, basically, we are stressed to speak in English, we are stressed to converse in English in our schools, and believe me or not, we are reprimanded if we don't speak in English. So that formed the basics of my early language learning. Then, of course, we went to the degree colleges, we learned a lot of things, all the medium of teaching was in English. But the real love for English flourished when I went abroad in Australia and I remained in Melbourne for 3 years. Basically, I got exposure to the language there, and prior to going abroad, I had already cleared my IELTS exam and I scored 8 bands then. But when I went there, I realized that to learn a language properly is to is by getting exposure of the language. So when I came back to my country, and when I started working as an assistant professor in a university here, I realized that students lack this kind of technique of learning a language. What I saw was students were cramming the rules of grammar. See, learning the rules of grammar is a good thing, but this is not an end in itself. The end is to acquire the language, the end is to converse in a language efficiently. So, what was required was to realign our technique basically. See, most of the students who are from non native countries, for example, their English is not their mother tongue, they spend so many years learning English language, but at the end of the day, if we want them to converse in English, they won't be able to utter a sentence. Now, there is a difference between, you know cramming certain things and applying those things basically. See, I can tell you the rules of driving a car, suppose, for 6 months without actually letting you drive a car. So would you be able to drive a car? No. Reason? Because you haven't yourself done that thing. No, learning English is also a skill, like you learn the skills of driving a car. So until and unless you apply the skills, you don't come no you come nowhere near near to learning the language. So the best point about this language is that we can create an atmosphere around us of English. We can start reading newspapers, journals, articles on internet. We can start listening to the people uh, whose mother tongue is English. We can listen to various songs, or we can go for seeing the videos as well. But the point is, we need to understand the context in which a certain thing is said. So to begin with, we can start by listening to the people who speak English and have English as their mother tongue. Now, coming to IELTS examination, to be specific, I have checked a lot of papers of students of writing task, and I have guided students in speaking as well. Coming to writing task, uh, you are assessed on four parameters basically. The first parameter is task response. In this, we check basically whether you have responded to the task in an accurate and specific way or not. I mean, there shouldn't be beating around the bush. You have to come to the point. You have to give your views related to the point, and then that forms a correct answer. The second parameter is coherence and cohesion. In this, basically, we check whether you are able to put your views in the best possible manner or not, whether you can maintain the unity of ideas while writing the ideas, whether you have hold over the whether overall cohesion of the essay or article is maintained or not. Then comes lexical resource. This can be really tricky because a lot of students believe that by cramming the words, they have that word power that is required to score higher bands. But that is not the case. You need to understand the context in which the words are used. So that is of prime importance. So you need to understand how to use the words effectively as well. Then we have grammatical aspect in which you are checked for punctuation, grammatical errors concerning subject verb agreement, adjectives, nouns, adverbs. Basically, all parts of speech are covered in that. And there is focus upon whether you are capitalizing the words or not, whether you are hyphenating certain words, I mean, whether the punctuation marks are correct or not. So, overall, you are assessed on these parameters. And well, certain students do well as well after getting guidance. They understand the concepts basically. And a word or two regarding task 1 that you attempt. See, basically that is interpretation, data interpretation. But what most students do, they basically describe the data. They will quote the figures, exact figures. They will not interpret it. See, interpreting is basically you are analyzing whether there is a tenfold increase, or whether the 100% increase is there or not, or whether majority of the share belongs to this entity or not. So you have to analyze the data, and you have to provide certain adjectives as well, because for example, there has been a mammoth increase, or it has increased considerably. There is a considerable increase, or it has increased considerably. So such kinds of things are to be there, interpretations are to be there. So well, I think I have interacted with you just to make sure that you get a glimpse of my character as well as my understanding of the concepts. I really love guiding students, and this is my passion, to guide students in the best possible manner. I just tell you to work hard all the time and just go through the suggestions that we give after we correct your papers. Uh, See, majority of the students, they have got good results because they have focused upon the suggestions that we have given them, and they have come up with flying colors. Then it is a remarkable achievement for me as well as a tutor, when once you realize you have your potential, and you pay attention to the mistakes that you have been doing, and you try to rectify those mistakes and try to come up with good attempts. So we are here to help you. We are here to help you in the best possible manner. And with this, I congratulate all of you who have been to foreign countries now after clearing IELTS, and my warm regards and best wishes to the people, to the students who have been preparing for IELTS. Just give your best and never underestimate your powers, and we are there to help you in the best possible manner. Thanks a lot for going through this video. Have a good time. Thanks.